If you found a letter from yourself, do not open it. It doesn't matter if it's sealed or already open. If it's your name on the front and your handwriting inside, burn it. And whatever you do, don't read it aloud. I wish someone had told me that. The first letter showed up on my porch early in the morning. No mail truck had come. It wasn't in the mailbox. It was just sitting there, resting perfectly flat against the welcome mat. No return address. No stamp. My name, printed in all caps. Nothing else. I stared at it for a long time before picking it up. It felt heavier than normal paper, like it was already soaked with meaning before I read a word. The envelope had no glue. It was folded shut, almost politely, as if the sender wanted to make sure I had the option to refuse. I didn't take that option. Inside was a single sheet of paper, lined, off-white, slightly yellowed with time, and it was written in my own handwriting. Every loop, every imperfect cross of a T, even the way I misspell the word disappear sometimes. It was all there. It was unmistakably mine, but I never wrote it, not yet. The first line of the letter said, "Do not read this aloud. Do not show it to anyone. Burn it as soon as you're done. If you remember the dream, it's already too late." I laughed when I read that. I wish I hadn't, because as I kept reading, I started to realize something. The letter knew things. Things no one else could possibly know. The name of my childhood dog. The number of times I used to knock on the wall when I was afraid of the dark. The exact words I whispered to myself the night I thought I saw something standing at the foot of my bed. It talked about the hallway mirror in my childhood home. The one I always avoided at night. The one that never quite showed my reflection the way I thought it should. At the end of the page, it said, "Do not go into the basement, even if you're invited, even if it looks safe, especially then. I live in an apartment. There's no basement, or at least I thought there wasn't." That night I had a dream. I was standing at the top of a staircase. Stone steps, no handrails. The walls were damp, pulsing slightly like they were breathing, and there was a voice at the bottom calling to me, not yelling, just asking, softly, like it knew I would come eventually. I woke up in sweat. And there was another letter. No envelope this time. Just the folded paper slipped under my bedroom door. It said, "If you speak to her, she'll know. If you see her face, it's too late. If she smiles, close your eyes, tight." And then it said, "Tell no one. You're the last version that can stop it." I didn't understand what that meant. Not then. But over the next few days, more letters came. Some arrived on my kitchen counter. Some inside drawers I hadn't opened in years. One was taped to the inside of my bathroom mirror. They always warned me about things that hadn't happened yet. A knock at the door, a phone call I should hang up on, a stranger I must not follow. Sometimes they gave instructions, like, "Don't answer at 3:17, or "Don't trust the man with no eyebrows." The strangest part is, the more I obeyed, the more I seemed to remember things. Memories I never had before, like the night I locked someone in the attic, or the time I found my own voice recorded on a cassette tape I'd never seen before. And always the number, 407. It showed up everywhere, on clocks, on receipts, on the back of my hand written in pen I didn't remember using. One letter said, "You will write this letter tomorrow. You must." That was the first time I realized these weren't warnings, they were assignments. Instructions from a version of me that already gave up or gave in. I tried resisting. I stopped reading them for a while, but they found other ways. My reflection started behaving strangely. Sometimes it would smile when I wasn't. Sometimes I'd walk past a mirror and see myself already looking back. I took one to a friend, just one. I told him it was a short story I was working on. He read the first 2 lines and stopped. Then he folded it, handed it back, and said, "This isn't for me. This was never for me." He hasn't spoken to me since. He moved out of the city, blocked my number. I think he's trying to forget. I wish I could. The most recent letter had no words, just a drawing. It was me, sitting at a desk I didn't recognize, writing a letter. Behind me in the drawing was a mirror, and in the mirror, my face was missing. Just a black smear where the features should be. Beneath the drawing, one final sentence. Do not become what you are sending. I think I know what they mean now. I'm not receiving letters. I'm sending them. In my sleep, in moments I lose track of. Maybe not in this timeline. Maybe not in this version of me, but somewhere, I'm the one starting this, and I don't know how to stop. So if you ever find a letter on your porch, or your bed, or your desk, and it's addressed to you and it's written in your hand, do not open it. Do not read it. Do not respond. Burn it. And if it doesn't burn, then you're already part of it, and there's nothing left to do but write the next one.